Hi, Bridget here, and we are going to go over a knee sequence today from Jin Shin Jyutsu to help any knee disharmony that you might have. If you've had any knee surgery, this works as well. I was diagnosed in 2019 with a torn meniscus in my left knee. Now, back then, I was just introduced to Jin Shin Jyutsu and wasn't really practicing it daily. However, the affirmation that I used was forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. And I said this mantra every day, anytime my knees started talking to me or screaming at me or even whispering to me. I would go ahead and gently take my hands and put it on my knees, but tell it forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. And that really helped. After a month, the pain was gone. I never had surgery, never had any other issues. About 3 months ago, the same knee was bothering me a little bit while I was doing some lunges. And I remember a Jin Shin Jyutsu sequence for the knee flow. So I wanted to demonstrate that today, as well as reminding everybody that breath is when you can move the energy in your body. So when you can do an exhale longer than your inhale, you're actually helping your body be in that parasympathetic state, that rest, restore, digest state, as opposed to the sympathetic state where you are in that fight, flight, or freeze, go, 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 a lot of commotion going on. And that you cannot heal when you're in that mode. That's why it's so important at night to get in that parasympathetic mode. One way, and I've mentioned this a lot, is doing the infinity sign around our eyes. And you know when your body's getting into that relaxed state when either you start yawning or some of your stomach starts making some sounds, some gurgling sounds. Then you know that you're in that parasympathetic state. You also are breathing a little bit deeper. The perfect breath is the box breath of 5 seconds in, hold for 5 seconds, 5 seconds out, and hold for 5 seconds. So if you can get used to that kind of breath work, that's great as well. And you can do that anywhere. So to get ready for the knee sequence, you need to find a comfortable spot. Some of us aren't as flexible as others. So whatever brings you the most comfort, that's what I would go ahead and do. If you can't even reach your knee, then you can get a doll or a teddy bear or something that represents you, and you could then hold the knee, including an animal, if you would prefer to bring your cat or your dog and do the same sequence on your animal rather than yourself, that's fine too. It's all about the power of intention. So you just say to the animal or to the child or to the doll, this is a proxy for me to use as I heal myself. And then you go ahead with the sequence. So the first step is find yourself a comfortable spot. You could prop your knee up like this if you would like. This brings your knee a little bit closer, but it might not be comfortable for you. If you lean up against a wall or a chair, that might be more beneficial as well. But simply taking your hands, I'm going to demonstrate on my left knee. And I call this sandwiching the knee. So you're just simply holding the knee on both sides. However that is, you can be your own artist. You can make it however you want it to be. But basically sandwiching your knee is the first step. The second step, you're going to take your right hand or whatever hand is inside of the leg, and you're going to move that up about a hand's worth up to the leg, where it's about halfway in the middle of the leg. That is your second move. The third move is coming back to the center again, sandwiching your hands around your knees. And then the last move is taking the outer hand or your left hand and bringing it down your leg about a hand size down and holding it there. And if you feel more comfortable to just sandwich the knee at the end, you can do that as well. This sequence, this knee sequence, is from Jin Shin Jyutsu, a 3,000-year-old healing art that I've been using since 2019. And it's just like acupuncture, but without the needles. So simply just placing it, you're not pushing, you're not forcing, you're gently placing your hands. So again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you could do this sequence 1 minute, 1 to 5 minutes each move. You can do it according to breath if you choose that. You could even do it to a song. So songs are anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes. You could put a timer on. You could have an egg timer where you're just quickly flipping it. If you choose to do it while you're watching TV or a YouTube or something, the only thing is I ask you is that the program that you're watching is not about drama or having high emotions, a fear, a horror movie. I would not recommend doing that. This is supposed to be a peaceful time for you to relax into yourself with breath, with the Jin Shin Jyutsu, and to help heal your knee. So music is the best, and closing your eyes as well, because that way it takes away all the activity going out there. And you could do this while you're driving in a car. You can do it when you're sitting at a meeting, while you're on Zooms. I mean, there's multiple places and events that you can do this at, and no one's really going to know what you're doing. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Second move. Inner hand, or right hand, goes up to your thigh. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Outer hand moving down to below the knee. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. So it's that simple. Taking time out for yourself during the day, maybe several times a day, is the greatest gift that you can give to your body, because at these moments, you get to kind of reset yourself, kind of forget about the day, kind of just remember who you are, and that beingness that you truly are. That's it. That's all you need to do. And do this 2 to 3 times a day when you can remember. It's not hard. The hardest part about doing self-care is to remember. So put an appointment for yourself on your phone or put an alarm on your phone for certain times during the day so you can actually take a moment to reflect and check your body, check your posture, check your neck, see if there's any pain going on, and how you can kind of undo that before it gets to the point where you do have to lay down or want to take a medicine of some sort to help ease the headache or the pain. So that is it for today. Thank you. A lot of people call me and want to know a simple way that you can help pain go away. And the first thing that comes to mind with any pain, that is your body telling you, it's really your soul telling you, hey, you need to check yourself and kind of reset yourself because there's a lot that goes on out there. And if you're empathic or you just have too much in your head and you're constantly thinking, it's time to stop and kind of give yourself a little present about being present. So you can simply do this by finding a place where you can sit, preferably outside, because outside is full of nature and there's a lot of different things inside your house or in a building that can really hinder your body and you don't even know it. Could be Wi-Fi, could be colognes of certain people or off-gassing of chemicals or furniture. There's a variety of different things. So for pain especially, breathing helps a lot. And having your exhale longer than your inhale helps you put yourself in that parasympathetic state. But you can use your hands to heal your body. And it's very simple with anything pain-wise. Anywhere in your body, no matter where it is, if it's on the left side, I invite you to take your left ankle and just put your hand on it. You can either put one hand or you can put both hands on the ankle. And simply just holding it. You can even do two. If you cross your legs, you can do both here. Holding the ankles kind of with a Big Mac hold, just placing it over the ankles. This actually holds two different safety energy locks, as Jin Shin Jyutsu calls it. And these two safety locks are 5 and 16. 5 is on the inner part of the body and 16 is on the outer part of the body. But simply taking a breath, closing your eyes, and exhaling with sound also helps the energy move. But simply holding your ankles like this releases a lot of energy in the body, out and down your body, out through your feet. And simply doing this is a great way to get your body to relax and also have the pain flow through you. Now, you don't have to do it to yourself. You can have someone else come. They can sit opposite of you. If you're too short or you're not flexible to bend your knees, you can simply have someone hold your ankles there, and then you in turn can hold their ankles here. But it's very simple and easy to do. There's no efforting in Jin Shin Jyutsu. You want to approach it with just ease and grace and not too much get in your head is, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Because your body knows how to heal itself. We just kind of help it by putting our hands in different spots in the body so it can realize, oh, yeah, there's a little bit of congestion of energy here, stagnant energy here. Let's move it out. And that's all that pain is. Pain is nothing more than a disconnection from your body of what's going on. Some extra energy, could be stress. So pain is for you to kind of have a check And just like a ringing of a bell. That's your check light. You need to check to see what's going on in your body. It could even just be a thought. It doesn't necessarily physically have to be in the body. It could be unmanifested yet, which unmanifests is out here, your mental and emotional bodies. And eventually, if that energy isn't resolved out here, it will come into your body physically to make some noise to have you realize, oh, I need to slow down, I need to breathe, I need to reset myself. Could be a variety of different things. And having a body like mine that has been in pain most of its life, I've really learned the easiest thing is to put little time points during the day, little alarms during the day for me to kind of check myself to see how my posture is, to see if I'm breathing. And if I'm not, I will take that moment, and it can just be 2 minutes. You'd be surprised how much 2 minutes kind of make things go away. So that was another little tip I wanted to give you with the pain. So just simply sandwiching your hands, Big Macking your ankles very easily around your ankles to help release that pain is a really good idea. I hope you come back for some more. And again, your greatest gift is to know thyself. So take your time to relax, restore, and get to know yourself. One of the more powerful Jin Shin Jyutsu sequences that I've learned is opposite fingers and toes. And to do this on somebody else is typically how it's done, but you can very easily do it for yourself. Now, if you're not flexible and can't bend your knees like this, then maybe you can just bend one. But basically, you want to get the leg in front of you. And then you want to take your opposite finger and toes. So if you're crossing over, then it is opposite. So take your foot and have your little finger go over your big toe, ring over the next, middle on middle, index over the ring toe, and then last is your thumb kind of wrapping around your little pinky. And this alone, that's one part of it. Now, if you can simply put your other foot around and do the same over here, that right here is the hold that you can do on yourself, or if you have some family member that is unable to be near you or doesn't want to be touched because they're in the hospital and there's lots of wires going around, you can very easily do this for you right here. And simply taking a deep breath in and exhaling. And doing this hold anywhere between 5 to maybe 20 minutes can change a lot in the body. You see, our body is full of different energy systems and energy going up, down, around, all over. But when you do this hold, it's helping every single organ flow. It's helping every single energy line, meridian line, nadis, whatever you study. The energies of the body harmonize itself. Now, this is cumulative, just like meditation. So the more you do it for your body, the more your body can get into that relaxed state a lot quicker. I can now really hold a Jin Shin Jyutsu position, and within seconds, my body already knows, okay, it's time to relax now. So give yourself the best present that you can during the day, and take different moments during the day to just put a timer on and say, you know what, at 1:11 every day, I'm going to take 5 minutes to just do this hold or any other hold that you know of, and just breathe. Because when you're in the present moment, that is the present. Because when you're in the present moment, you're not worried about the past and you're not worried about the future. You're being right now in the here and now, and your mind gets quiet. Again, this takes practice. So like meditation, Jin Shin Jyutsu is cumulative. So the more you do it, the more benefits you'll start to see in your body, the more relaxed your body will be. And simply holding your feet or toes or fingers can really change the mood, the attitude, the energy of the moment. And know that Jin Shin Jyutsu doesn't have to be just for you. You can share it with others. The more people that do it, the more impactful it is. Just like the Power of Eight with Lynn McTaggart. She's done a variety of different studies where she had people all over the world set the same intention and focus on what they want to create, let's say less crime in a different city, then that's actually what happened. So be very thoughtful with your words. Be very aware of your thoughts because all thoughts become things. And having a better sense of how you want to harmonize yourself on a daily basis, not just in the morning and at night, which are very important to do. Don't get me wrong. But during the day, there's so much going on. And if you have little moments where you can check yourself just to make sure that things are going okay and that the shoulder that was talking to you earlier that day isn't still talking to you, or the pain in the foot that you have isn't at an 8 now where you have to lay down and take a nap. So I've been through many different surgeries and injections of steroids, car accidents, you name it, I've been through it. And the time and time, what I've realized is that you must take time for yourself. Self-care is not selfish. It is not a luxury. It's a necessity, especially these days with all the different energies that we have going on, all the different activities. You got 24-hour TV, you got the internet that doesn't ever quiet down, you've got stores out there that are open 24 hours. There's a lot of activity now than it was even 20 years ago, 25 years ago, even 50 years ago. So just know that it's not your fault if things are getting a little too chaotic for yourself. You just haven't learned how to self-soothe, how to calm yourself. And having a self-care practice is mandatory if you're going to work with me. I always tell my clients, if I'm spending more time on you than you are, we are not a good fit. So I highly encourage everyone out there to take the time out for you because nobody else can. And even if you go get a massage or a pedicure or a facial, that's still self-care, but that's not really doing the deeper work, going inside, taking time for yourself to really to get to know yourself, because that is your greatest gift. And that is one thing that Jin Shin Jyutsu has taught me is the greatest gift is to know thyself. And when you start figuring out you as a person, a lot opens up. Then you start attracting many other things in life. You get your health back, and without your health, there is nothing. I mean, a person that doesn't, and speaking from my own experience, when I was sick with Hashimoto's and going through menopause, there were many days, even though I got 15 hours of sleep, I woke up exhausted. And I thought I was doing everything right. I had a good diet and a good exercise program, but a lot of it was my mental talk to myself. Back in the day, I couldn't get a mirror and do any type of mirror work because I thought it was stupid. I didn't believe it. And I couldn't say the words, I love you, while I was looking at myself. That's how much self-hatred I had toward myself. And it wasn't until I looked at the map of consciousness from Dr. David Hawkins that I realized that shame, blame, and guilt were so low vibrating that no wonder I never felt well. So start to realize that you're the only one that can help yourself. there's a lot of how-tos out there and a lot of gurus and teachers and consultants. They're all out there for you to pay and work with them. But unless you're going to do the work, don't expect them to do it for you. It doesn't work that way. So thank you for being here. We will see each other again on the next video. Thank you for being here, and thank you for spending time for you to get healthy, happy, and wealthy again. Thank you for listening, and I hope you take this information and go take some action. Because again, I can give you all the knowledge I can, but if you don't do the work, if you don't do the action, it doesn't go anywhere. So make the action, put yourself first, because no one else will. You may think they will, but only you can do this. Namaste.